just before I decided to put the new bridge on the bridge plate, I checked to see if the holes were going to match up, and yeah, the three mounting holes, the screw holes, do not match up. So I'm putting some bamboo plugs in the original ones. If you're going to use bamboo skewers, I recommend using a pair of wire strippers like this to be able to cut it round, because if you use a side cutter, it splinters it. So yeah, this cuts it in a round fashion, and it saves it for you so that it doesn't splinter up on you. So a little bit of wood glue on that. Just get it in the hole and just use a little plug to hammer it in like that. Wipe off the glue, wipe off the water. Okay, so that should be ready when I finish populating the bridge, reworking the plate. I'm going to put a four-way switch, and I'm thinking of push-pulls, even if I don't use them that much. Push-pulls with Fralins. Yes, that's what I think I'm going to do, is adjust the Fralins on it. I'm going to put push-pulls in each one with a four-way switch. That's alright, it just came to me. So now that this is going to go and sit. Oh, come on. I got crazy glue on that. This is going to go and sit while I work on this cavity plate and populate that. A couple of push-pulls. Am I gonna go volume or tone and volume? I'd like to go volume. And to do that, I guess I should maybe draw myself a schematic as to how I want to put this one together. The nice thing about this pickup here is that they brought the ground shield out separately from the common side, the black and the green. The red and the white are the center taps. So when you're building up a four-way switch, the black does not go to the ground, it goes to your switch so that you can put them in series. And then the shield actually goes to ground because it's not connected to any of those. And that's the way it should be even when you do a lipstick pickup. On a lipstick pickup, you have to separate those. Let's see. You have to separate the ground at the pickup because they're usually common. Then they go together on the switch, and then you have to run another one from the plate in the cover to the ground to stop noise. But in this case, it's already done. So you can do it what I'm going to do, or you can put them together both on ground, and it serves the same purpose in that standard wiring configuration. Alright, I am going to make myself a drawing to see exactly how I'm going to put this thing together. Looky, I've got the neck done. I've got the wax on it, and well, let me tell you, the McGuire's detailing spray wax, wow, this thing is slippery. Hopefully it'll stay that way, but man, it is really something. I've got a little bit of something right there on the glue that I didn't get right off. Some of that tape residue is really resistant. Now what I've done is I've decided to go with a 3-saddle bridge. So I bought a new one. I have to re-drill the mounting holes. but I've got a couple of sacrificial Orphe strings that I'm going to use to align the two E's. And I'm going to put these on there. Is this the big one or the small one? I don't really know. I'm going to try to get it to come through there. Try to get the string aligned with the hole. I think I might have to come back a little bit. Come on. I should have left myself a little bit of a tab there. I had to mount the pickup, and I also had to do a little routing in the cavity. Okay, it has to go back a little bit like that. I had to route a little in the cavity for the pickup to fit because of where the ring placement is. And I think I might have to shave a tiny little bit off still. Stay in place. Oh, I did get them reversed. But doesn't matter now. This is just to see how it's going to line up with the edges of the neck. So I've got locking tuners on this neck now, and I just wanted to get placement here. Still too tight. Now, because these things are locking, it isn't going to take too much to give some tension on this thing. This way. On both sides. That one too. Let's come down. There we go. And I didn't want to use an actual high E here because, oh, that is over there. Because to hold it in with the locking tuner, it quite often breaks it right here. I didn't want that to happen, so I'm just going to give it a little tension here. I don't even think I need the string tree. And because I didn't seem to be able to correct the amount of wood and fret below the high E compared to the low E on the upper side with the neck position, I thought maybe it was the bridge that wasn't exactly set. Now this new bridge has 5-hole mounting, and the original 6-saddle only had the 3 holes in the back. So now I'm just going to loosen this tape and see what happens. If I just move this a little bit. Oh, too tight. Alright. Too tight. And maybe it's the actual bridge. Yeah. The opening for this bigger pickup that wasn't on here is a little bit off. And I can see that the alignment of the holes in the back are not exactly right for the string throughs. And I'm having difficulty. Yeah, that's I cannot correct for it that way because of the pickup body inside the cavity. So I'm going to have to go back in there with my router and open that bit of cavity up a little bit more to try to give me a little bit more maneuvering range here. Mark the holes that I need to re-drill with this new bridge. And that's going to take me back to bench 2 side of the basement. Try to see what I might be able to do with this placement here. So here we are. The bridge is fixed. This is not. And of course I'm just about to wire this setup where I'm going to have push-pulls for both pickups. In the end, I've already installed my Freeland resistors on each of the pots and also my treble bleed circuits. So now it's just a matter of hooking it up to the rest of this and testing pickups for noise, getting this secured so that I can place this in the right position to get this pickguard around it, which I think is going to work perfectly because this hole here lines up. So it looks pretty good. We'll see. We will see. So I'm going to spend a little time off camera doing all this wiring, maybe, and then we'll be done. It's of course it's a 4-way switch, so yes, we're going to be able to do parallel and series because of the way this ground wire doesn't go to ground, it goes here, so it can be grounded when it's using the neck alone, but when you get to position 3, then the ground is removed and it goes from this pickup, ground, through here, and it come not through there, out through here, in through there, out through there, in through there, down here through this pickup, out through there, and back into here and out to the jack. So woo, yeah, it's a big big loop, but it works. I ran into the same problem as I have before on some other guitars, where the slot is not wide enough to take a 4-position switch, and it's just stopping it from going into that 4th position. So I'm just taking a little bit of meat off the side of this shaft so that it will allow it to go forward. Well, I'm going to have to demount the switch and do a better job. Woo! Let's see. That should be enough this time. I never thought of doing that to begin with. I just thought, oh, a little bit of filing, just a tiny little bit should do it. And then it didn't do it. I only need to put in this one side screw to test where the switch contacts will go. Now I can see where they go on this side. I pull it over there. Oh, you know what? That's going to work. Yeah. Excellentamundo. Now I got to put these wires back on here because I know I wasn't wrong the way I wired it. I thought maybe the green and the black were reversed, but it wasn't that at all. It was the ground not getting to that contact where the black wire goes. There. There. Now we need to put two of these in there. You just hate getting old and your dexterity isn't what it used to be when You were younger? Damn. I hate that. I'm glad I'm still alive. I get to do all this stuff. Stuff I never had a chance to do in all the years I was working. Push pulls. Okay, test it again. Wait a minute, it's already on. Hey. And not. Yes, 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 yes. Not. Yes. Yep. That Fralin resistor's not seemingly making a lot of difference on that one. Maybe I got it wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Turn that off. Pull this out. And we're going to have a jack. We're going to plug it in. So no tone on the guitar. No tone on the guitar. Let's go to 20K. Let's see what we're going to read here on the bridge. Alright, it should be like about 9. Okay, so 8.95. That coming out? 8.95. Yeah, let me just put this up there. Maybe we'll get that in the shot. Yeah, 8.95. And I pull it. It's all the way up. It should give me, yeah, that's right, almost 6, 598. That's exactly what I wanted. Didn't sound a lot of difference with the tap test, but it's probably going to make a lot of difference with the strings, because it usually does, based on my hex experience. And let me tell you, there's lots of hexes that go around down here as well. So now that that's in place, I should be able to choose a position for this. Oh, 1 hole, 2 holes. I think 2 holes are going to work on this thing before I have to end up drilling new ones. I've plugged all the holes, so I'm ready to drill all the places I need to, but I just need 1 or 2, mostly 2, to be in the right place in order to, come on, let's get around that. I had this working fine. There. Alright. To be able to hold it nice and tight so that when I drill the new holes, they're not going to be off on me if I've got at least 2 of these in place. Oh, that one's going to end up in the same place as it used to was. I've already drilled that one and that one. Oh, I've already drilled all these holes. Look at that. Except for this one. For some reason that one's drilled out. Not drilled. I forgot that I already did that work. Those noises you're hearing in the background are noises from upstairs because I have a guest over this New Year's holiday. And I'm out of those screws. I'll have to get my bag, which is just behind me. And then I'll have to drill this one. I'll be right back.